Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of what if Izuku Midoriya found the Omnitrix. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to do so as it provides context needed to understand the episode. There's a link in the description below and the annotation above. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. In the previous episode, Midoriya made it into UA in large thanks to the watch, not to mention all the things to the watch he found in the satellite thingy that fell from the sky. The first day of school arrives and Midoriya makes his way to the school. Once he arrives at the campus, he starts looking for Class 1A. He finds the door pretty easily and wonders why it's so big. Midoriya, before opening the door, hopes that both Bakugo and Ida aren't in his class, as he's kind of afraid of them. He hopes that the students in the class are very nice. Midoriya opens the door and, like in the anime, sees Ida scolding Bakugo for putting his feet on the table. Ida does apologize and introduce himself properly, just to get a cocky reaction from Bakugo. Ida turns around and sees Midoriya. He looks at him for a moment, thinking, trying to recognize him, and says, "Oh, it's you! You're the one who transformed and took down that giant robot in one fell swoop." Midoriya nervously says, "Yeah, that's me." The rest of the class, hearing that look at him, thinking he doesn't look like the guy who took down the robot. Bakugo looks at Midoriya in disgust and thinks back to when they graduated middle school and got accepted into UA, and kind of that interaction with the teacher congratulating them and him going to the alley. He thinks, alley and threatening Midoriya. He thinks that Midoriya cheated somehow. Uraka comes from behind and says, "Oh, I recognize that hair. You're Fall Boy, aren't you?" Midoriya turns around and says, "Yeah." Aizawa then turns on the ground, creeping everyone out. He then says, as he gets up, "It took you all 8 seconds to shut up. That won't do at all. My name is Shota Aizawa. I'm your homeroom teacher. Now put on your sports uniforms and we'll meet outside for a Quirk Apprehension Test." Uraka asks, "What about initiation?" Aizawa answers, "This is UA. That means we teachers can run our classrooms however we see fit. Now that is out of the way, meet me outside in 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, the students find themselves outside. To do the tests, Aizawa hands Bakugo a ball and tells him to throw it using his quirk. Bakugo asks, "Anything goes?" And Aizawa answers, "As long as you stay in the circle, yes." Bakugo then throws the ball with a giant explosion, throwing it 705.2 meters away. Zero says, "Awesome! We're allowed to use our quirks all we want. This is going to be a blast." Aizawa looks at Zero while using his quirk, saying, "So this looks like fun, eh? This isn't some place to have fun or anything. You have 3 years to turn into proper heroes. So if this looks like fun, you might as well pack your bags and leave if that's your priority. Tell you what, the one with the lowest points gets expelled." Everybody starts complaining about this, but Aizawa instills order there and gets them to shut up, so they start the tests. For the 15-meter dash, the first test that they do, Midoriya turns into Accelerate, thinking it's the best decision. He manages to do it in 2.04 seconds, which is about a second faster than Ida. The same problem that Ida had in that exam is that he would have gone faster, but they didn't have enough room to accelerate in. After Midoriya did the thing as I accelerate, Bakugo tries to blow him up, but Midoriya keeps dodging at super speed. Aizawa uses his quirk on Bakugo and restrains him. He tries to use it on Midoriya too, but it doesn't seem to work, making him think something's off with that boy. For the grip strength test, Midoriya was going to transform into Fourarms as he's his strongest alien. Well, his strongest transformation, he doesn't know they're aliens yet. But the watch turned him into Upgrade. Midoriya whispers to himself, "That's weird. I could swear I selected the multi-arm guy. Is the watch malfunctioning or something?" Midoriya makes the best of his situation and turns into the machine. And makes it say 999 kilograms, which is the maximum it can do, getting the max score. He leaves the machine and Uraraka recognizes him as Upgrade, as she did not before. Like, she recognized him as the one who saved her from the giant robot, as before she didn't see him transformed, or untransformed, she didn't know it was Midoriya. And thanks to him for saving her. Midoriya says it was no trouble at all, and transforms back after a while. While Midoriya is talking to Uraraka, Aizawa checks his notes on the students. For Midoriya, he sees Quirkless, recently changed to Omni, like the name of the quirk. He can turn into 10 different forms, each with unique abilities. Aizawa thinks to himself, he has some great potential, especially with the way he's using his powers. For the long jump, Midoriya tries to accelerate, thinking he's the smartest choice, like the speed to get enough momentum to jump. But gets Heatblast. Midoriya again makes the best of the situation and uses Heatblast to fly over the sandbox. For the bowel throw, Midoriya turns into Fourarms and throws it about 500 meters in distance. Those are all the tests we know about. There are probably more, but those are all we know. So those are all I can tell you what Midoriya did. Midoriya in the end results gets 3rd place. Better than Bakugo, making him very mad. So, Bakugo naturally attacks Midoriya. Aizawa uses his binding cloth again and his quirk to restrain Bakugo, saying, it would be wise not to make me use my quirk. It gives me serious dry eye. Midoriya sees Aizawa's glasses and recognizes who Aizawa is and says, wait, you're the Eraser hero, Eraserhead. And after a bit, Bakugo actually calms down. Mineta, now super worried about getting expelled since he ended last, starts freaking out. Here comes a small note. He ended 2nd in the normal continuity in canon, so since Midoriya ends in a better position, he is last. I don't know why he did worse than Hagakure, who's just a normal person who's invisible, but he did. Aizawa turns to Mineta. Mineta thinks he's going to get expelled. Like, with that glare. He's so scared of Aizawa he almost pees himself. Aizawa then says, Minoru Mineta, next time don't get so distracted. Mineta, having almost peed his pants, stiffly says, yes sir. Somebody asks Aizawa, weren't you going to expel the one who did worst in the tests? Aizawa turns to him and says, oh that was a logical deception, so you would give it your all. Yaoyorozu says, I'm surprised none of you figured it out. Maybe I should have said something. And her classmates say, yeah, maybe. Aizawa then tells everyone, go pick up a syllabus and then go home and prepare yourselves for tomorrow. Midoriya and Ida establish a small friendship and go to the station. While leaving the school, Uraraka kind of screams at them to wait up, screaming while running to catch up. She introduces herself properly and guesses Ida and Midoriya's names, getting Midoriya's name wrong. They have that interaction where she kind of gives him the nickname Deku. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed it. And if you're new, subscribe if you want more. Tell me in the comments. Tell me also, what's your favorite Ben 10 alien? Honestly, I can't choose. There are too many I like. Until next, leave suggestions also what you want to see in the comments. And until next time, everyone. Bye!